Welcome to All In. I'm gonna pick against the Giants again because they can't win. Thursday night, your Patriots are playing Colts in a rivalry that dates back to the Deflategate.
Yeah. I say farther than that. I say Peyton Manning era.
Yeah, but then they're like the whole deflated football thing. You shouldn't have made the Super Bowl because of the deflated football.
I don't think deflated football matters when you run the ball 60 times, but okay.
They couldn't pass it because it was a deflated football.
That's why the Garrett Blow has 4 touchdowns.
But
Okay, yep.
Colts Patriots. If the Patriots don't win, this is a problem.
Yeah, this would be a blowout, I think.
Yeah, Angelo could throw for a lot against you guys because your guys' defense is not that great. But Brady, I think, should have a field day because there's like nobody in that secondary.
Yeah, there's nobody on defense there.
I mean, I think they lead the league in sacks, if I'm not wrong. The Colts.
No, they're second. Sorry, they're second. They have 17.
Who's first? I don't even know who's first. I want to say it was the Bears because the Bears were leading for a while because of Khalil Mack. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Colts are gonna get prison. Something that could happen in prison. Broncos Jets. The Broncos almost beat the Chiefs last night. I think they're gonna walk.
One pass, they would have had it.
Yeah, one pass. If Cortland Sutton didn't try to lateral it on that play, he probably would have been able to catch it, and I think they could have a chance to win that game. They're gonna beat the Jets. I see the Jets being a top 3 worst team in the league, along with another team in their division that we'll get to later. Do you just not have an opinion on this?
It's alright, I'll keep going.
Okay. Packers Lions. Division game in Detroit. I see Aaron Rodgers is just gonna throw to, I think his name's Geronimo Allison or something, for like 100 yards. Nobody that we've heard of. Giants Panthers, I gotta go against the Giants because they're just gonna dink and dunk, and Cam Newton's gonna have 200 rushing yards.
Think so?
He could. I see the Giants losing by like 2+ possessions. Vernon might be back, but still. Titans Bills, we got a barn burner here. A team that can't score points versus the worst team in the league. Titans are gonna beat the Jets. Or the Bills, my bad.
Yeah, I got Titans winning that one.
One of my 3 games of the week, Falcons Steelers. The Steelers, I think, have the edge just because the Falcons have like half their defense injured.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a shootout, and the Steelers win by like a field goal.
The Falcons, the defense is so bad over there.
Well, it's injuries. They have Keanu Neal out. They have Deion Jones out. They have their other Ricardo Allen out. So they don't have either of their starting safeties. Their main middle linebackers out.
They're really, really bad.
Hurt. Yeah, I don't think they may not make the playoffs this year. They're 1-3 right now.
I don't think they're making playoffs.
Even though they have Calvin Ridley, who's been going off, leads the league in touchdowns as a rookie. Ravens Browns. I can't stand the Browns hype train any longer for this week. The Ravens are gonna win.
Yeah, Ravens are doing really well.
I'm surprised.
They're gonna win the division.
Joe Flacco's their quarter. They have a good chance to win the division, but I don't believe that Joe Flacco's going to stay like this the rest of the season. I think
but I think the defense can carry them a bit.
I think Lamar Jackson will hit the field as a starter this season.
No.
Or do you think next season's when he actually gets it?
Damn.
Or does
when's his contract up?
Flacco's getting paid a lot. I don't know. I think he's under contract for like the next 3 years or so. And they're not going to let Lamar sit for 3 or 4 years. They're not going to do what the Patriots did with Garoppolo. Because they want to keep Lamar Jackson. They're not going to waste a first-round pick on that.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Bengals. I think both teams are 3-1 entering this week.
Bengals winning that one.
I do have the Bengals winning this. Bengals. I think the Bengals are back where they should be. They missed like a year or two. Because a couple years ago they won that division, I believe.
They did.
Yeah, and then they lost to the Steelers, I think, in the wild card. But this could be their chance to reclaim the division. Their team hasn't really changed in the past few years, but it's working.
Yeah, I would. I just want the offensive options are kind of slim though. Like
if they can utilize John Ross more, I think they got something.
He's got issues. He's got hamstring issues all the time.
He does. And then when Joe Mixon comes back and Bernard isn't doing all the carrying, I think their offense will start to click a little bit more.
Yeah.
Another game of the week: Jaguars, Chiefs.
Wow.
Top 3 offense versus top 3 defense. I picked the Jaguars to win this game.
Yeah, me too. I got Jags.
That offense is really good from Kansas City and Pat Mahomes, who still hasn't had a turnover this season. I think the Jaguars changed that. Something's gonna force Mahomes to not play like Mahomes. The Denver defense kind of shut him down last night.
Yeah, they had a chance to win that game.
Shutting him down is like 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns. He had a rushing one, which still isn't really like shutting down. He still played phenomenally. Raiders, Chargers. This is my upset of the week. I had the Raiders winning.
No, you don't.
I do have the Raiders winning.
Oh my god. I have the Chargers winning.
And this is my reasoning behind it. Last week, the Chargers played the 49ers with C.J. Beathard at quarterback. And they won by like 2 points. Something's gotta... The Raiders' offense has been playing well with Marshawn Lynch and then...
yeah, he's been doing well.
And Derek Carr connection. I think their defense will be able to do enough. This is probably going to be another high-scoring game. Because the Chargers' defense isn't that great right now either, even though they have Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Like, their secondary is crushed.
Oh, no, Joey Bosa's out.
Oh, he is out? Okay, so that even adds to
He's been out for the first 4 weeks.
Oh, man, I'm blind, apparently. But, yeah, they have a lot of holes in their defense right now. So that's why I have the Raiders edging out in this division matchup. The last game of the week for me, Vikings-Eagles, the rematch of the NFC champion. Both teams have been kind of disappointing this season so far.
I have the Vikings winning.
I had the Eagles winning because the Eagles are at home. I think this is like an evening game, so it's gonna be like at 4 or something. The Vikings just haven't looked. Their defense has not looked impressive this season.
Neither has Eagles though.
But the Eagles have not consistently given up a lot of points like the Vikings have.
Yeah, but I don't trust their offense yet. I think Vikings can go in there and kick some ass. Kirk Cousins has been throwing the ball really well.
I think that Carson Wentz and Jay Ajayi can figure out enough. And Alshon Jeffrey is going to be there, which is going to help out their offense. I think the Eagles edge it out there. Rams Seahawks, this is going to be a 50-0 game.
No.
50-0
Come on.
Seahawks. No, I'm kidding.
No.
The Rams are going to, like...
They're going to win, but I don't think it's
going to win by a lot.
I don't know.
The Rams have been the number 1 team in football. There's no doubt about it. On offense and defense, they're just clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm kind of shocked about. I thought there would be too many personalities on that team. But I think they win by like 20.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though the Seattle offense has looked a lot more impressive than I thought it would be, I don't even know who their number 1 running back is, even though they drafted one in the first round. They've had each week they've had like a different person start.
Yeah.
Cardinals 49ers. This is a late game. I don't know why. It's gonna be so boring. But I have the Cardinals winning this game over the 49ers.
Really?
Yes, I think this is a big matchup. Josh Rosen versus C.J. Beathard. I think David may have himself his first really good game. He had a decent game last week, but I think this is where he breaks through.
I got San Fran winning. San Fran
with C.J. Beathard at quarterback.
With Josh Rosen at quarterback.
Okay. Who does C.J. Beathard throw to? Pierre Garcon and Marquise Goodwin. Cardinals have Larry Fitzgerald, who's better than both of them combined. They have J.J. Nelson, who's a speed demon. They have Christian Kirk, the rookie. I think the Cardinals can get a win here. And then their defense, I think Chandler Jones is going to have a big game.
You think a lot of stuff can get done, but...
I do. Cowboys-Texans. This game is also going to bore me out a lot.
Yeah, I'm not watching any of those late games.
Because I'm not going to watch the Rams-Seahawks game, Cardinals 49ers, or Cowboys-Texans. Not watching any of them. But I think the Texans win because they do have a decent run defense, so they'll be able to shut down Elliott. But then that would make it rely on Dak Prescott, and I cannot trust Dak Prescott to throw for a win.
Yeah.
Can barely throw 5 yards without something happening.
I think Texans will beat them. I think Deshaun Watson's playing much better than he was first couple weeks.
It had to take him a while to get back from his injury.
Yeah, I said that.
I think he's back.
Yeah, he's back, I think. He's got his legs back.
And then Monday night, Redskins Saints. Drew Brees needs 201 more yards to set the record for most passing yards ever. And he will definitely.
What?
He's 201 yards away from most passing yards ever.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
People thought he would get it against the Giants because it would be a shootout, but that didn't happen. I think he threw for less than 200 that game. But he's 200 away against the Redskins. I think he can get it done. And it'd mean a lot more if he broke the record in New Orleans instead of in New Jersey. And I had the Saints winning because their offense looks amazing because of Kamara and Michael Thomas. Those are the predictions this week because of not injuries, freaking
5 weeks.
5 weeks. I don't even know what I know the Bears are on a bye week. I don't even remember who else is on a bye week. Speaking of bye week, Le'Veon Bell will be back week 7 on their bye week.
Maybe on the Steelers.
It's looking like I think he is going to stay on the Steelers for the season now. Because they've been calling teams, but nothing's been being done. So even if they're trying to call to get stuff done, they're asking for a second-round pick and a good player. Would you say that's too much for Le'Veon?
No.
Would you say it's not enough for Le'Veon?
I'd say yeah.
It's not. I think Le'Veon Bell, if you can make it so he stays, he's at least worth a first-round pick. He's the best running back in the game.
Yeah, he's at least a first-round pick.
I don't think it'd be to the extent of the Khalil Mack trade, because Khalil Mack, I think was already for sure going to re-sign with the Bears because they signed him immediately. So I think that was part of the get back. But Le'Veon Bell back on week 7. He'll probably start week 8 because James Conner has been extremely inconsistent. Shout out to your case.
I wouldn't say because of him though.
Would you blame him on the O-line?
No, just their scheme. He only gets I think last game he had 6 rushes.
He only rushed for 19 yards.
Yeah, but he only had 6 tries.
It's not working.
That's like saying in basketball the guy can't score, but you only give him 3 shots a game. You can't be saying. What do you have last week?
I think
he ran it 9 times.
9 times for 19 yards.
That's
still not even a good average.
Okay, but you have to give him some time to get going.
Okay, but yeah, because he did have an explosive week 1. If I remember, he had like 140 something rushing yards alone and a couple touchdowns.
He is still top 10 running back right now.
Like yards wise.
Fantasy points.
Okay, well, of course you know that because you freaking have him on your team.
And Saquon and Odell.
Yeah, how's your record right now?
2-2.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right.
3-1.
Hey, what are the Giants at?
1-3, it's fine. We're not going to make the playoffs this year.
I know.
The Redskins are about to win that division. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, disappointment.
The division is super competitive to like, I don't even know. There is a wild card game on tonight between the Rockies and the Cubs.
I think they both should be on.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that are going to the game tomorrow.
Really?
Yes. My roommate is going. One of my teachers is going.
I'm trying to go to the Pats game Thursday.
Thursday? Jesus. You want to go to a Thursday night game against the Colts?
Yeah, why not?
So you can hear people complain about the Deflategate? But I think the Cubs are going to win tonight. What about?
Really?
Yes, I do think that. I had the Cubs making the World Series.
No, yeah. Problem is the pitching didn't match up good for the Rockies because they got Kyle Freeland pitching tonight.
Who did the Cubs have pitching tonight?
John Lester.
Okay, yeah, Cubs winning.
So yeah.
And then
I wouldn't be surprised though if Rockies won.
I need the Cubs to win to keep my whole prediction thing going well.
I think the Cubs will win, but I want the Rockies to win. I want a rematch of 07.
Nope. Because that involves the Red Sox making it to the World Series, and that's not going to happen. The Yankees and Athletics game is the 3rd, which is tomorrow from when we're recording this. They named Luis Severino the starter, which I predicted. I called
Big
that.
Mistake.
I mean, is that a mistake, or is what the Athletics doing a mistake?
Mistake. No,
They're starting a reliever.
How can you trust Luis Severino?
Because he's the best pitcher in the rotation.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Pretty sure he has like the best like all around. Yeah, he did hit a little bit of a slump. But if you were the Athletics, would you start your reliever Hendricks in Yankee Stadium?
Who else can start?
I don't know, one of their starters probably, not a reliever. So they're kind of doing what the Yankees did last season without just the starting pitcher going for an inning. Because they had Sevy go for an inning, but that was because he didn't have a good outing, and then the relievers came in and stepped up. But do you think this bullpen will be able to stand the early part of the order at the beginning of the game? Because they're gonna have to deal with McCutchen, Judge, Hicks, and Ford.
I mean, I'm only worried about 2 of those guys, so.
Sure. I'd be worried about at least 3 of them.
Steroid freak?
He's not on steroids, but the reason I would be afraid of Aaron Hicks because he's a switch hitter. He will be
steroids.
You're just mad because he can hit dingers.
No, I'm mad because he hit 15 in his career, and this year he's hitting over 20. So
you want to know why? Because he got Judge and Stan teaching him how to dick slap. Okay.
Yep.
I see the Yankees winning this game, not just because I'm a Yankees fan, but because
I have Oakland winning.
You're just saying that to spite me. No.
All right, we'll see.
No way you just said that a 100-win team is going to get on the wild card. You just don't want to play the Yankees in the second round.
I'm not scared of the Yankees at all.
Do you know what the record was between the Yankees and the Red Sox this season?
No.
It was 10. I think it was 10-9.
Okay. Do you know what our record was against the Oakland A's?
You have like a negative record against every other team in the AL in the playoffs, but you also played the Yankees more. So you have to throw that in. You played the Yankees a lot more than you did the other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this should be this is like the best part of like all sports, well for us at least, because the NBA is about to start up, preseason's going on, and it's about to start. NFL's like through the first month, and then baseball's hitting the postseason.
Yeah,
So
October is the best month.
October to November is the time for sports. Okay, NFL free agency. And this free agency looks kind of trash. I'm gonna let you know now. I'm gonna read you some names. I wrote like 5 people from like each position, but I'm not gonna go through them. But top quarterback is Tyrod Taylor.
Really?
Yes. Tyrod Taylor and Teddy Bridgewater are the 2 significant free agents.
Well,
for quarterback.
I think Teddy's gonna stay there. I think.
I think Breeze might retire after this season.
Depends how good they do.
If they can like have a decent run in the playoffs, he's done.
Maybe.
And then Tyrod, I don't even know. I don't know what team would take Tyrod.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he might just stay a free agent. But like behind those 2, it's Brett Hundley, Trevor Siemian, Josh McCown. Not that impressive.
Josh McCown would probably retire.
Probably. But then Siemian, who's a backup on the Vikings, and Hundley, the backup.
He can stay with the Vikings.
Could. And then Hundley.
Tyrod's going to be a backup for the rest of his life.
Probably. He had a decent run in Buffalo, but all things have to come to an end. Running back, this gets kind of interesting. Le'Veon Bell is the main guy. Nobody really knows what he's going to do. I don't think he knows what he's going to do.
So he stay in the AFC.
Maybe because he wants to play the Steelers a lot more. Get payback on him. Jay Ajayi will be a free agent.
Interesting.
Will he stay in Philly?
What if Le'Veon goes to the Eagles?
There was rumors about that Philadelphia was interested because I think they want to make another 1-2 punch because they had him and LeGarrette Blount, who will also be a free agent after this year.
That'd be filth.
Ajayi and Blount was one of the best running back tandems in the league. Speaking of running back tandems, Atlanta's Tevin Coleman will be a free agent.
Interesting.
I think he might just stay there because I think he accepts his role. Ty Montgomery of the Packers, who is a receiver turned running back, and
he'd probably stay.
He might stay. I don't know. And then
Mark Ingram. They want Le'Veon too, though. Mark Ingram might retire.
Really?
Yeah.
Might be too busy doing drugs.
Or he might go to the Steelers.
He does return this week, and so does Julian Edelman.
Yeah, I'm trading in fantasy.
At wide receiver, Stephon Diggs is a free agent, but I'm pretty sure he has a 5th-year option.
They just gave him an extension.
They did. Then the website I freaking went on is a liar.
Hold on.
The website lied to me. I literally typed in NFL free agents 2019, and he was on the list.
It might have been in the preseason, Stephon.
They may have re-signed him. Not 100% on that.
Yeah, 5-year contract extension.
Okay. Then,
that was in July.
It wasn't him.
That was a while ago.
Golden Tate.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Does he stay? He's the Mr. Showboat himself.
I want him in the Pats.
You want everybody on the Pats?
No, I want him in the Pats.
You guys need a good receiver on
He's like a Danny Amendola type of guy.
He's a number 2 option, though.
Yeah,
I think he accepts his role as a number 2, which is fine.
But on this team, he'd be a 3, so.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be a 3.
He wants to be on a winning team, dude.
He wants to be a 1 or 2. Maybe he goes to Green Bay.
That'd be interesting.
Stay in the division. Larry Fitzgerald.
Retired.
Randall Cobb. Maybe that's like the little trade-off they have. They lose Cobb, but they try to get Golden Tate.
Yeah, but isn't he kind of old?
Maybe, kind of. But yeah, but they would let him go, probably.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, free agency-wise, I think he might retire.
Yeah, I think a team that could use, like, has a young receiving core that could use a veteran would take Randall Cobb.
He is... Oh, he's only 28. Never mind. You're good.
Well, he's about to start hitting that time where you start to, like, kind of lose what you got. And then Kelvin Benjamin.
What's he been up to?
He's on the Bills right now. I think he's on concussion protocol right now.
That guy's always getting hurt.
I think he leaves Buffalo. I don't think he likes Buffalo at all.
Who does?
He does not like it or does like it?
I said who does?
Oh. Sean McDermott, their coach. Tight end Tyler Eifert, who just got another injury.
He might retire. His fucking career is done, I think.
His ankle just got. Whew.
Oh, bad.
Not as bad as the Zach Miller thing, but whew.
Zach Miller's done, right? I think.
Did he retire? No, they still have him signed.
They still have him, but I think he might be done though.
Maybe because that was a gruesome injury.
That was really bad.
Delaney Walker. I think he might either retire or stay in Tennessee.
How old is he?
He's in his 30s.
He might stay there.
I think he stays in Tennessee. I think he wants to stay in Tennessee. He's like the number one option there, so why not?
He is. He's 30. He's 34. So.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying he could retire. Tyler Croft. I think he might stay with the Bengals. Kind of works there as the number. He might be the number one now. At tight end. Unless they want to address that in the draft or whatever. Jesse James is in the free agency. Does Pittsburgh keep him?
Probably.
I don't really like Pittsburgh's tight end setup. I don't really like Vance McDonald. If I'm going to be honest, Vance McDonald does not impress me as a tight end.
He's not a starting tight end.
Yeah, I didn't like him in San Francisco. I don't like him now. It's just I don't know. Yeah. And then Jared Cook.
He'll get paid.
He will get paid because he's been playing well this season.
He's doing good, yeah.
Who would pay him? Who needs a tight end?
Oh, the Raiders aren't paying him, so.
Yeah, Raiders don't pay him.
I mean, if Gronk retires, he can come to the pass.
Yeah, whenever Brady retires, Gronk will retire. Maybe he goes to Cincinnati. They go for tight end help. O-lineman. Do you want to get him the O-lineman?
No, too many.
All right. Okay. Well, there's one name I could say. Shaq Mason of the Patriots.
No, we already signed him.
Okay, this website fucking sucks.
Come on now.
I just read out the website. Shut the fuck.
Do you have that? Do you have the where he at now game? Do you have that all set up?
That's for. I thought we were doing that like on a weekly thing. But I do that every other time. Do you want me to mix NFL in there too at some point, or do you just want to do basketball?
That's hard. That's a lot of players.
I feel like you could do it for me for football, and I'll do it for you for basketball because I know a lot more football players. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. Does he get the bag at Dallas? Because he was.
I think they have to.
Bag. So does he get the bag? Frank Clark of the Seahawks.
He might stay.
Ziggy Ansah.
He'll get paid by somebody.
I think he's going to leave Detroit. Brandon Graham, because he's on the franchise tag, I believe.
Isn't he? How old is he?
Fairly young, I believe. I don't remember if the Giants were trying to sign him or Nigel Bradham.
You guys don't need defensive linemen.
Then we definitely wanted Nigel Bradham because Nigel Bradham's a linebacker, and we need that.
He's 30. So he won't get a huge deal, but he'll get something.
Some team could take. Maybe the Eagles keep him. I don't know. Trey Flowers.
Oh, shit.
He's also going to be a free agent.
We gotta keep him.
You have to keep him. Your main defensive lineman there. Defensive tackles, Grady Jarrett of the Falcons. I think the Falcons could pay him because he's a nice young defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Sheldon Richardson. I think he's going to become just a journeyman now, signing one-year deals with contenders. He's on the Vikings right now. May not like what he sees. Maybe he can sign with the Patriots. I could see him going there. Ndamukong Suh.
He's getting old. I don't know.
He's going to retire after this season. They could. By the way it looks, the Rams are winning the Super Bowl, so he could go off into the sunset with his ring. Because he's
31. He's not too
old. He's only 31?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's got time. He might stay with the Rams if it's working. He's signing 1-year deals, maybe go for like a lower amount so they can try to get more pieces.
Yeah.
David Irving. Does he lead Mr. Druggy? Does he lead the Cowboys? Cowboys have some defensive pieces that could be huge for them that could leave. With DeMarcus Lawrence if he wants to get paid by a big team.
They gotta keep at least one of them.
Believe that. And then Eddie Goldman of the Bears, their nose tackle.
Yeah, keep him.
He's nice and young. Outside linebacker, Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh, he'll get paid.
By the Texans?
I don't know if they have to, because that's not really a big thing, but they could if they wanted to.
Maybe. KJ Wright.
I don't know too much about him.
He's on the Seahawks, I think and he's kind of old, but they might keep him. Anthony Barr.
Ooh.
I think he might
stays
in Minnesota. Marquise Golden of the Arizona Cardinals.
Don't know.
He's nice and young. I think they keep him. And then Michael Kendricks, who got released by the Browns and is now on the Seahawks.
He might stay with the Seahawks.
Unless he doesn't, maybe he wants to go to Contender. Or he goes to jail, either or. CJ Mosley of the,
he might retire.
Why? He's young.
No, he's not.
CJ Mosley? He got drafted a couple years ago. Are you thinking of the right person? I'm pretty sure he's like 26.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think he stays. What? He stays.
He's the anchor of that defense.
Yeah. He's on a franchise tag right now, I think.
I think they're going to give him. Deion Buchanan, the safety turned linebacker for Arizona.
He was a safety?
Yeah, that's why he wears number 20.
I don't know if he's in their plans, but
I don't know. They do have a Hassan Reddick who kind of fits like the same kind of mold as him, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Avery Williamson of the Jets.
Don't know.
I think he might just stay in the Jets, or I don't know. He used to be on the Titans. Preston Brown, I think he's on the Bengals. He's their middle linebacker. I think he may stay. Who cares? Vince Williams of the Steelers. I think he may retire or stay. Who knows? These are kind of just bum people. I need a top 5 though for each position. Corner, Ronald Darby.
Ooh.
He's on the Eagles after the trade they made involving Jordan Matthews. He's their best corner. And the trade worked out for them because they have Jordan Matthews now too. So,
yeah.
I think Darby might stay. I think he likes the atmosphere of Philadelphia. This next one intrigues me. Bradley Roby.
Where's he from?
He's in Denver.
Oh yeah.
He was the slot corner when Aqib Talib was there, but now he's taken an outside role because he and Chris Harris Jr. run that. He might leave to go be a number 1.
Maybe.
I don't even know what team could take him as a number 1, but I think he could fit somewhere. Maybe go to like a Tampa Bay or something. Jason Verrett, Mr. Injury.
Oh boy.
Of the Chargers. I don't think a team's going to be willing to pay him a lot because of his injury. So I think he might just stay. Rashard Melvin of the Raiders. He left the Colts to go play for the Raiders, I think. Or he left. Yeah, I think he left the Colts to play for the Raiders.
Don't know too much about him.
Alright, and then Brent Grimes.
He might retire. He's old.
I think he's like 35, 36.
Yeah, he's old.
Play on the Bucks. Yeah. Safety. You should know these 5 names because they're the big safety market. Landon Collins.
Ooh, he'll get paid.
He's getting paid by the Giants.
You sure about that?
Yes. We have money. We got money. For him, we definitely have money. Earl Thomas.
He's done.
I don't think his career's done.
Yeah, I think he is.
He's done in Seattle, at least, because of what he did.
Career over.
When he flipped them off. Clinton Dix. He might have an option.
And his brother, Hee.
Yeah, him and his brother. Either the Packers pick up their 5th option or they re-sign him, I think.
How old is he?
Young.
25.
Okay. LaMarcus Joyner of the Rams. The Rams don't have a lot of money, so I don't know what would happen. Because they just spent big bucks on Aaron Donald. I'm pretty sure they re-signed Brandon Cooks as well. Right?
Yep.
And then Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badger.
He could probably stay there, I think. They pay him.
Houston? Would they pay him over Jadeveon?
No, obviously not.
That's like, I don't care about kickers as punters because those are freaking, they don't even like get drafted most of the time unless you're the Bucks and draft Aguayo in the 2nd round.
Yep.
You got anything else to talk about there, bud?
Let's see.
Anything going on in somewhere? I don't know. I saw that a Bulls assistant coach fell asleep during their game.
Yeah, I saw that.
Too bad they won, so we couldn't see it all. It's only preseason, but I don't care. Apparently John Gruden is stunned by Khalil Mack's play. He said, "Damn, Khalil Mack had another strip sack. Are you kidding me?"
Could be in your team, Jack, I guess, but
He didn't want to pay. Is there really anything? Oh, I got some. I want to go on a 2K rant. I got some beef with 2K right now.
Alright, what's up?
Okay, so have you played like in the neighborhood for like the 2v2s and 3v3s and stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, they said they dropped an update a little bit ago, and in the update they said they got rid of this glitch where you could like off the inbound or off the check, you can just dribble it immediately or whatever, and usually you're supposed to pass it or whatever. It's not even patched. It's still a thing. And I'm heated because my record's gone to complete shite. Because my record's terrible in that. I have a terrible record. I'm like 28 and 90 something because of the glitch. Almost everybody runs the glitch and it's annoying as hell.
That's funny.
I have kind of dropped a lot of money in that game, but kind of haven't. I'm also a pack god in that game.
That means you have.
I'm kind of a pack god in that. I pulled DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge in the same pack.
I remember 2 years ago I pulled a Diamond James Harden. I went nuts.
In 2K18 I pulled Pink Diamond Victor Oladipo.
Ooh.
Felt like a god. Anything? Oh yeah, in 2K, you lose the ball way too easily.
Yeah, but what difficult do you play on?
Hall of Fame. And even just in like park games or whatever, like I'm an 88 overall, and like if someone reaches once, I just lose the ball.
Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous. And I see that through 4 weeks of the NFL, Ben Roethlisberger leads the league in passing yards because they don't run the ball. Ezekiel Elliott leads the league in rushing yards because all they do is run the ball in Dallas. And then Julio leads the league in receiving yards with 0 touchdowns.
Ha!
He has not scored since week 12 of last season.
Wow.
Odell has been a lot longer, but that's because of injury. I think he wasn't injured. He would have had a lot of touchdowns last year. Odell did say something, though, about the 1-3 start on the Giants. He said, "It seems like it shouldn't be this hard, but it is."
Alright, I saw that, yeah. Just a little shot.
Is he taking a shot?
I think he is.
I think he's taking but who is he taking a shot at? He's not
Eli.
I don't think he's taking a shot at Eli.
I do.
I think he's taking the shot at the O-line.
Really?
I think he's saying it shouldn't be that hard to give your quarterback time, but they don't give him time. Eli Manning is not having a bad season. I will say this every single time. He's not having a bad season.
Alright.
He hasn't really, I think he had like 2 turnovers this season. One of them's a pick, one of them's a fumble. He's thrown for, I think he's over 1,000 yards now. I think he threw for over 200 last week against the Saints.
Yeah.
I think it's some of the play calls because I don't know if you've watched any of the Giants games, but the team runs a lot of end arounds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Odell and Shepard are just running in the backfield a lot. I don't know why. Yeah. Odell had 5 catches for 19 yards at one point in that game.
Huh.
5 for 19.
I think Eli's just afraid to throw it deep.
He doesn't have the time to throw it deep. The right side of the offensive line is abysmal. Chad Wheeler, an undrafted guy, who is starting over Eric Flowers, which isn't hard to do. And then Patrick Omameh, who was on Jacksonville and had a good time in the playoffs, but he's struggling for the Giants. And I don't want to hear anything about Nate Solder because he's not having that bad of a season, except for the fact
he's pretty bad.
He has a couple flags, but Will Hernandez is right now the best offensive lineman for the Giants.
That's sad.
He's a rookie, and he's a rookie.
Hey, that's good. That's good for you guys, but
I mean, he's good for him being a rookie. Yeah, he can develop. I think. See, my problem is, do the Giants draft a quarterback or do they sign one in free? There's no one to sign in free agency, which is the problem. But do they draft one, or do they see if Kyle Ouellette is the answer?
I think you gotta wait and see how good or how the season goes.
The season's not over for any team yet. It's too early. If you get to week 7 and you're struggling, then I think it's over.
Yeah.
Because right now the Giants, for all we know, could end 12-13 or 12-13-3. But is that happening? There's a 0 in 130 million chance of that happening. I see us going at best 8-8.
Really?
Which is right now, unless they step their game up, I see 8-8. Once they get through this rough patch at the beginning of the season, because we have a terribly difficult start to the season. They play the Panthers this week. Next week, I think they play the Falcons. Actually, I'll pull up their schedule real quick. See, the Patriots have it easy. They always have an easy schedule, except for this year. It got kind of
this year's not easy.
Okay, but you cannot lie. The past few years, it's been a little bit of a cakewalk.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the division also plays into that too.
Yeah, okay, well, that's 5 wins guaranteed because you're going to lose one to the Dolphins when you go play them in Miami, probably. That's how it works.
But who else is...
no one else in your division is going to... Or you play, the AFC South, where you can beat the Texans, beat the Colts, and beat the Titans. And then you lost to Jacksonville. You would have the AFC North, where you'd have competition with, the Ravens, probably. And maybe the Steelers. And then you can beat Denver. You can beat Oakland. You can beat Los Angeles. And then the Chiefs could be something because of their offense. You guys don't really have a lot of competition. The NFC has, so much competition for who would be even the number 2. Because the Rams have clear taken number 1, but there's no clear-cut number 2.
Yeah.
There. Okay, but the Giants' schedule. Panthers this week. And we got a short week this week because we play Thursday Night Football against the Eagles. Then we have the Falcons. Then we have the Redskins, 49ers, hopefully with CJ. I think we can win that game. So it's 2 wins for us. The Bucks, we might be able to win that because they've been kind of bad now. Eagles, Bears, Redskins, Titans, Colts maybe beat them, and then Cowboys. So we're looking at 4-12. Do I want to see my team go from 3-13 to 4-12 when you have one of the best wide receivers and one of the best running backs in the league? No. It's a problem. We're gonna end this before I get really mad. We will be back for just a little bit. We'll be back whenever we film again. We'll have where he at for NFL and NBA. And week 5. It's week 5, isn't it? Yeah, week 5 reactions, and then our reactions through the first week of the postseason for the playoffs.